We're running the Garmin Zumo 550, a unit we still love. We've had it on this bike since day one. The instruments we'll talk about a little bit more later, but it has a clock, trip odometer. Actually, when you go onto reserve and the reserve light comes on, it counts up the mileage, how far you've been on reserve. Very convenient feature. We love the tank bag, and what we like so much about it is it's made by the manufacturer, so they know exactly how to make it for one bike and one bike only. Actually, it fits a couple Buells. It actually bolts on to the tank cover bolts, so this is going nowhere. These mounts are bolted down under the seat and two up here. It's going nowhere. You still have your quick adjustments. One of the best seats in the industry, period. Mirrors, round mirrors, they're okay. They're certainly passable. Rectangle give you a better view of what's behind you. But for the adventure part of this bike, not so good. But the mirrors are the kind that have the big clunky, big wrench adjustment down here. It's great if they don't come loose, but if you go off-road and you hit some brush or vibration, they can come loose. If you drop the bike off-road, say in the sand, this is going to break because it's so solidly mounted. You can't have it loose like you should. And ours didn't come off, it loosened on a high-speed dirt road. Everything was great until it loosened, and then it's flopping around. There's no putting the nut where it should be and tightening it back up. You have to have a big wrench to fix it, so it can ruin a ride. Standard handlebars, very nice height and everything for this bike, though we would love to have a little bit more leverage and a little bit wider bar. I just think that would make this bike incredible. It'd make what's already really good that much better. Once again, fully adjustable suspension. You can adjust the bars forward and back because they're not cast units like on a sport bike. We've got a very small windscreen here. Puts the air right about here. So you are exposed to the wind here, but the good part is it's so low, the air coming over your helmet is very clean. So there's not a lot of buffeting noise and extra wind noise outside of your helmet. So it's a very clean flow. Actually works quite well. We were fortunate enough to get the higher windshield for the new Ulysses model, the street touring model, and it's taller. It raises the wind level from here to just under your helmet. So it takes your upper body out of the wind a little bit more, but it brings the wind up to the base of the helmet or above, and you start getting more noise on the helmet because the wind over the helmet isn't as clean as it is off of this. So we almost prefer this windshield over the slightly taller one. Then again, we would really prefer one that is much taller and gave you an envelope of comfort. You might be asking yourself, okay, why are you in the dirt? This is a street bike. Well, this is an adventure bike, and it's highly touted as when the road ends, you can continue aboard the Buell Ulysses. It's touted as an adventure bike, that's how we ride it. We kind of pride ourselves here at Motorcycle Video Review that, okay, the bike's dirty. You know why? Because we ride the bikes. We ride the bikes endlessly in the type of conditions that people are riding in every single day. So with this bike, we've almost been through snow. We've been through the threat of snow. We've been through freezing rain for hours. We've been through fog. We've been through sunny days, beautiful back roads, rough back roads, and we'll bring this all to you. Well, that's enough for now. I'm going to go tool around in the desert for a bit.
What riders need to understand about the Buell is that it's not a mainstream motorcycle. Quite simply, it's different. The primary reason for this is that it's powered by a Harley-Davidson-based V-twin engine. Although it's stronger running, there's always an underlying thump-thump to the running of the Buell. Once you get used to this, it starts growing on you. The power output isn't quick, but instead torquey and smooth. And each year, this power output gets stronger and stronger with the Buell. But there will always be an underlying thump-thump to the running of the Buell. On dirt roads with bumps, the XB12 finds its limits rather quickly. On smooth dirt roads, it covers ground very quickly and always very comfortably. On the pavement, the ride is silky smooth as the suspension soaks up all ripples and irregularities, and fun and enjoyable. It brings me back to why I ride motorcycles. You can just get on it, forget about everything, and enjoy the ride. The suspension is that good, the comfort is that good. The chassis feels solid and very secure and provides for quite a sporty ride. And the torque is just excellent for exiting dirty paved road corners. One thing about the Buell, the suspension is always excellent and the comfort is always extremely nice. Add the bags and you have a very good long distance tour. Now, sport handling aboard the Buell is quite good, the brakes are quite good, but shifting can be clunky around town. Running can be quite rough after starting the Buell back up after a brief stop. The headlight is mediocre at best. We'd like to see a much better headlight on the Buell in the future. The heated grips get extremely hot, so much so you have to turn them off and you have to cycle them on and off rather than a steady flow. They actually get so hot they can burn your hands. Now remember, I said the Buell is different. This engine will burn through some oil, and you do have to keep an eye on it at times. You just can't let it go and forget about it. The attractive aluminum foot pegs are nice in the dry conditions, but when things are wet, such as in rain that we covered, they can be extremely slippery, so you do have to watch out. So the Buell XB12 is just a different kind of animal, one that takes some getting used to, but once you do, it grows on you more and more, pretty much like all Buells tend to do. And you just can't beat that suspension and all-day comfort of the seat and seating position. In my book, that means a lot.
Hotel accommodations, while in the Monterey area, provided by Holiday Inn Express, Marina, California. Located near the Laguna Seca racetrack, this hotel has provided us with superior comfort and service time after time. It's one of our favorites, so check them out.